I'm Alyssa Marie. If you're new, hello, it's so nice to meet you. And if you're returning, I am so glad to have you back. Don't forget to give this video a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for future content. So I have made several videos within the last couple of months, and to be honest, none of those videos really give you an inside peek of who I am as a person. I always introduce myself as Alyssa Marie, but what exactly does that mean? Today I wanted to film a video to show you a little bit more about who I am as a person and a little bit more about my channel. So if you're interested, definitely stick around till the end. You might find out some pretty interesting facts about me. And without further ado, here are 25 facts about me. Number 1, I live in Ohio, the heart-shaped state, where there's nothing but cornfields and cows everywhere. Number 2, I went to Ohio Northern University here in Ohio, and I actually double majored. So I majored in both forensic biology and psychology. To give you a little bit of a background, I basically started out with forensic biology. I decided that I wasn't as much in love with it as I thought I would be. Little did I know that taking my first psychology course my junior year would have changed everything. Once I took that class, I had to major in psychology as well. Number 4, I am a single child. I have no brothers or sisters or siblings, and honestly, I kind of like it that way because growing up, I've always gotten all of my parents' attention, which has been absolutely wonderful. Number 5, I am currently 26 years old. Number 6, if you've been watching my videos, I did kind of leave a hint as to what number 6 is. And number 6 is the fact that I have OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder. I was actually diagnosed officially my sophomore year in college, and I believe that was in 2015. And since then, I have struggled and battled and kind of conquered OCD. I say that reluctantly because there's always flare-ups, I like to call them, or there's always spikes in my anxiety. But yet again, I will get into that in a later video. Number 7, I am definitely a Coca-Cola girl. I definitely prefer Coke over Pepsi. Sorry. Number 8, and I say this one while knocking on wood, because I have never broken a bone in my life, and that includes fingers and toes. Number 9, my astrological sign is Cancer, because I was actually born in July. 10, I was in 4-H for about 9 to 10 years, and 4-H is a program where kiddos basically raise or dedicate time to a project throughout a year span, and they are able to present that project at their local fair or state fair if they so choose. And what kind of project is completely up to them. I know probably the most popular project would be an animal project, so a pig, a steer, rabbits, and sometimes people even choose to do sewing. Some people choose even to do archery and focus on archery throughout the year. In my case, I had shown rabbits, pigs, goats, and chickens. And my main project was always rabbits. I had a rabbit project every single year, and I've only had chickens for 2 of the years, I believe, and then pigs and goats for 1 year. Number 11, like most basic girls, I too love the fall. It's just a great season. Everything's changing. Things seem a little bit more vibrant, and honestly, there's always the undercurrents of change looking forward to the holiday seasons. So, like all basic white girls, I too love the fall. 12, my biggest accomplishment thus far in my life is the fact that I've graduated from college. And there are a couple of reasons for that. One being the struggles that I had personally in college, which yet again will be a separate video. And the fact that college and going to college is such a privilege. And to be perfectly honest, it's a privilege that my dad never had. So knowing that I've accomplished something that most people find very difficult and find almost impossible to achieve, and that I've done that in my short amount of life is definitely a huge accomplishment for me. Number 13 is the fact that I love almost any type of music, from country to pop to some rock to indie to classical, and to some even foreign bands like Celtic Thunder and Flogging Molly. I even love show tunes and musicals. Don't judge me. But I will have to say that I have not experienced a whole lot of, and don't always quite understand and get into hip-hop, reggae, and rap. Number 14, for all the Disney fans out there, my favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast. 15, my favorite food's lasagna. What can I say? I'm Garfield in human form. Number 16, again, like most people probably have a preference for, my favorite holiday is Christmas. Number 17, my biggest pet peeve is when people are unkind to each other and forget their manner. It drives me crazy when people don't say thank you after holding the door for them, and when they don't hold the door for you. Quite frankly, it's rude and we need to stop that. 18, I drive a Honda HR-V. It's white. I believe it's a 2019 model, and his name is Herbie, and I absolutely love him. Number 19, I bowled from the age of 4 to the age of 18. And when I say I bowled at the age of 4, yes, my mom would definitely help me. She'd pretty much carry the ball down to the lane and I'd end up pushing it out of her hands. Technically that is bowling. And it was always something that I enjoyed growing up. To be perfectly honest, I pretty much grew up in a bowling alley because my grandparents bowled, my parents bowled, and then I forget how old I was, but I remember way back in the day where my parents and grandparents would be on a Sunday night league, and I would basically go with a huge tub of crayons and some coloring books and basically spend my night in one of the tall chairs with the tables just coloring away. I was so invested in this sport, yes, it is a sport, that I had joined Saturday morning leagues. I had joined a travel team where different teams would go different bowling alleys every Saturday afternoon. So not only was I bowling during the morning, I was bowling during the afternoon as well. I would enroll in tournaments, and I had even gotten professionally coached for a period of time as well. And for a brief period of time, mostly in junior high, because we never make good decisions in junior high, I had convinced myself that I had wanted to go pro, but obviously I didn't. I think by the end of my time bowling, my average was around the 200s. I can't remember the exact number, but it was around in there. So I wasn't the best, but I wasn't the worst either. Number 20. One thing on my bucket list is the fact that I want to travel to Ireland one day. And mostly because it's just a beautiful place. There's nothing but green rolling hills everywhere and seashores. But I also want to visit there because I do have some heritage in Ireland. And it'd be nice to reconnect with my roots and just see where exactly I came from. Number 21. I am an absolute introvert. To be technical, I'm more of like an extroverted introvert, meaning that I sometimes when I'm feeling my oats will want to talk your ear off and want to be buddy-buddy. And then there are other times where I just want to stay in and not talk to anyone for months. Number 22. I have the biggest sweet tooth on the planet, and my favorite things would probably be between ice cream and brownies. Number 23. My favorite color is lilac or a very dusty light purple. 24 is kind of embarrassing. I cannot keep plants alive to save my life. I have killed 2 cactuses and 2 succulents, both being plant species that do not rely on a whole lot of care, and yet I still have killed them. And number 25, probably the most personal fact about me is that my biggest regret is not putting myself out there for the world to see growing up and even part of my adult life. I had never really put myself out there. I had never explored outside of my comfort zones, and that includes for elementary, high school, and even college. All three of those territories, I struggled to make friends because I never sought out friends. I was introverted and I didn't want to really put myself out there to be rejected or to be judged. And unfortunately, by not making friends in high school and in college, I have to admit that sometimes in my life it can get pretty lonely pretty fast. I think the biggest contributor to not wanting to put myself out there was the fear of people's opinion. And to be honest, I'm still somewhat concerned about that. Having started this YouTube channel, I've realized that I'm definitely putting myself out there for trolling, but it's also allowing me to be seen. It's allowing me to develop my voice, and it's allowing me to express my opinions in a safe and guarded fashion, if you will. So that's it. 25 facts about me. Hopefully that gives you a little bit more of a glimpse of who I am. Obviously this is a video just about facts. You'll see more of my personality in vlogs, so definitely stay tuned for those. And if you still want more information about me, most likely there's going to be more videos coming. So I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you found some things interesting. Were you involved with any of the things that I was involved in as a kid? If you were, definitely leave a comment because I'm interested to see how many 4-H'ers out there and bowlers there are in the world. I hope that you remember to live faithfully, to lead courageously, and to love unconditionally. Bye guys.